I'm Morgan Smith, got Frank Sides. Man, we got a loaded show for you today. We're going to have Derek Brown on last minute. He had to go to Longview for a photo shoot, one of the top prospects in the state of Texas. So we'll let it slide this time, I guess.
What kind of photo shoot?
I don't know. So we could have just did that here, but who knows what it's for.
I know a guy in Longview who takes photos.
Who?
I think he's going to you know him.
Obviously, because you can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But anyway, so last night.
Among other things he's good at. Go ahead.
Chris Paul. I don't know what you're talking about. You're messing me up. Chris Paul last night could not close out the series. And Kawhi Leonard wasn't even playing.
That's true.
If this guy loses another 3-1 series, what's that going to do to his legacy at this point?
I don't know that he has a legacy. To be honest with you, he's just boring. So
Chris
no
Paul,
one really cares a whole lot.
Everywhere he's been, they've gotten better.
Yes,
immediately.
He's a good basketball player, but he's not an exciting one. You know what I mean? Like he's not that guy that's going to go to a team and take them to a championship, obviously. But the real story is how the entire world owes Paul George an apology. They've been hating on that guy for years, calling him unclutch. And Kawhi gets out, he goes out, gets him to the next round, and just he's popping off in the playoffs. He's going to he may take the Clippers to the championship series alone.
Man,
out here balling.
I want Phoenix to play in it so bad because I've became like I've always been a Charles Barkley fan, but I've been watching more and more of Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA, and the dude's just hilarious.
And that on top of that, I think it'd be funny for the NBA to be having to broadcast up Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks NBA Finals. You know, it's supposed to be Lakers Celtics. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think the ratings? How terrible would the ratings be on that?
Pretty bad. Yeah.
You know, my son, they were Giannis. They were wearing the blue uniforms the other night, and he was like, "I thought they were green." And I'm like, well, I guess they're blue on their away teams. And he's like, no.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about either, to be playing it in a
Did you see the Mavs hired Jason Kidd to be the coach?
I did see that. First NBA game I ever went to was in the old arena, and they were wearing the old green
Those are
jerseys.
my favorite sports jerseys
Yeah.
ever.
I don't know why they don't still do them.
Hat. They do sometimes. They really do, yeah.
Well, Reunion Arena is what it was called. I remember we weren't poor, but, you know, we couldn't afford great seats. We had I could touch the ceiling, and we moved down 3 rows from the court because nobody was there. That's how bad they were.
Oh, they've been bad for a really long time.
Him and Jamal Mashburn were on that team, and I can't remember who they were playing, but I don't know why. I'll never forget it, but it was good times. But shout out to Jason Kidd. I don't know how well that's going to work out unless they're just trying to get a player's coach to keep Luka happy.
He's getting a third chance. The first 2 places he went and coached, he left poorly. Lost the locker room almost immediately. So here's to hoping that he learned something as an assistant in L.A. If not, you know, we got one shot with Luka. When he decides it's time to leave, we start from scratch.
Yeah. That's going to suck.
What it is.
What's going on in baseball?
Oh, boy. So a problem has been happening over the course of the last half decade with strikeouts, and the game's just gotten boring. Well, they cracked down on foreign substances.
Say that again.
An issue has popped up over the last half decade. The common fan is less likely to watch a baseball game.
Half decade?
Probably about that time.
Last century?
Anyway, because the strikeouts have ballooned to a point where it's almost unwatchable. Okay. So MLB in the middle of the season has cracked down on foreign substances on the baseball.
I've been seeing this stuff.
And it has drastically reduced the spin rate on every pitcher across the board, so the ball's not breaking as much. They're not commanding the fastball as well as they were. So balls are being put in play and runs are being scored. So baseball's back to being a little bit more action-packed.
I guess my point being, what has happened from the home run era, the 98, 99, 2000, to where we're at now? Are pitchers getting better and batters are getting worse? Was that basically what we're saying?
No, it's just data points. Like this pitch.
Are they swinging the bat different? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it'd be nice if you had a microphone so people could hear you.
Yeah, and the spin rate, I'm telling you.
Did you say Cash Money took over for the 99, 2000?
Yeah, no, the ball's breaking harder and faster than it ever has. It's just harder to hit, no matter who you are.
So you're telling me
this will solve
basically what you're saying is pitchers now are more talented than Roger Clemens was when he was in his prime.
Infinitely more.
Okay, why is that?
The same reason that running backs are more talented, or the same reason that
is that really? You think that's true?
Just evolution. You know, bigger, stronger, faster, and they're more honed in. Roger Clemens, in his form when he was in his prime, would not be nearly as effective against today's hitters because these kids today see 100-mile-an-hour fastballs as 14, 15, and 16-year-olds. Back
No.
then, you didn't see them until you were 27.
Well, I didn't see a single 100-mile-an-hour fastball this year.
But you played what?
I never saw 100
No. These kids that are coming into professional baseball at 16 from the
okay.
Dominican
All right.
Republic is what I'm getting at.
So they're really 32, but they say they're 16.
Oftentimes, that's not the case, but occasionally it slips through like Pujols did.
I
He's
can't
about
help
50.
it. I make fun of Major League Baseball, and I just can't help it.
I know. Even after that exciting LEPG series that drew you in. And
No,
now you're back.
I'm a fan. I can tolerate some baseball now. Major League Baseball, I don't know so much.
Yeah.
Well, would Randy Johnson be able to
Yes.
take his stuff? So
Yes.
he'd still
His
be
would
all right.
translate. His, Pedro Martinez, but you're talking about the elite of the elite are the only guys that could get MLB
So, like,
hitters out today.
Nolan Ryan.
No.
He was a fastball thrower, right?
That's right.
Well,
Fastball.
what was a fastball during his era? What are we talking about?
The Major League average, I believe, was around 88 miles per hour back then.
Ugh.
Yeah. And
Didn't we have a kid come in the other day throwing like 60, and he's like 10 years old?
Yeah, so 3 people in the entire league back then could hit 100. Now, every bullpen has 4 at a minimum. You can't have a bullpen. Every team does. So it's just a different world.
Huh. All right. Well, enough about that. What we got next? Cowboys at training camp yet?
Getting close.
Can't wait. All right, Cam, we'll see some slides
Slide it up.
today if you have time. All right, hey, there's my man Thomas Curry won the Arkansas Junior Amateurs Open Championship.
What did he shoot? Do we know?
Shot a 67-72, so ended up 5 under over 2 days.
And where was this played? Wood Hollow?
No, this was played at a prestigious course in the state of Arkansas, hence the Arkansas Junior Amateur Championship.
Okay.
And it's on the tip of my tongue, and I just cannot think where it was played at. But it was a nice course, a top 5 course in Arkansas. But shout out to him.
Very nice.
He
Good
puts
job, Thomas.
he puts in a ton of work on the daily. Anytime you go out to Texarkana Country Club, you'll see him if he's in town. Shout out to Briley Barron over at in Maud, the Maud Cardinals. I think he plays offensive line and defensive line, if I'm not mistaken. Got his first offer from Henderson State University. He's been doing really well in some camps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking to see that offer list grow over the next couple of seasons. If I'm not mistaken, he's going to be a junior. So shout out to him.
That's right.
And we got Caden Cooper got his first offer last week from Middle Tennessee State, and that prompted, for some reason, a call from the University of Texas saying, hey, we'd like to have you down. He went down on Sunday to visit the University of Texas. Hadn't talked to him since he'd been there, but looked like he did well in drills, and, I mean, that's a trip I'd like to take, so shout out to him. Brooks Beck offered DBU's, I think that's Dallas Baptist University, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to him. Got his first, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's his first offer. We got an offer this week from them. That all goes well for him. Shout out. You got my man Braxton White. Got offered by, I'm going to mess it up.
Uh-oh.
Incarnate World. Is that how you say it?
I've never, probably not.
All right. So it's a Division I school in San Antonio. It's a legit Division I school. It's like the University of Incarnate. I don't even know how to say it. But a Gilmer quarterback's the starting quarterback for them right now. So, anyway, shout out to Braxton White. Man, he's got a ton of offers, includes an offer from UNLV as well. You got my man over there at Trinity High School, just signed with SNU, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I guess it's right there in front of me. My bad. So shout out to him. We'll have him in this week. We'll be doing a interview with him.
Okay.
So shout out to him and his family. Professional photography.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's see what we got
today?
here. All right. Yeah, man. Game day, because, we have a lot of people that do a lot of things. Some people are better than others at different things. One of the guys just happened to see a kid working out and thought, you know what, that's game day content right there. We should probably take a minute to shout out this kid, and thankful I was there because nobody else was going to do it. So shout out to me, Cam, while you're trying to be funny. Professional photo again, all that takes is a $13,000 camera lens and boom.
That's it. Whoa.
That's what you got. Hey, that ain't in 4K. It's in 4K on my computer.
That is an 8-pack, to be honest. I just counted
Yeah,
that.
I don't think I'd want to run into that kid. I think that's Michael Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I'd want to run into him on a football field, but I definitely wouldn't want to run into him in the back alley if he's mad.
At the swimming pool.
Yeah, we're at the swimming pool. Yeah, definitely at the swimming pool. Don't come to my house with that 8-pack, please.
Yes. Too much sauce.
Yeah, so this dude right here, just a good photo. Game day, we're not getting into photography, but we know that everything we do is typically video. We wanted to add a little something to it, just give you something to show. I thought this was a good photo of this kid putting in the work.
That's right. Glistening, too, with sweat.
Glistening, yes.
Ooh.
Oh, Derek Brown took his visit to Baylor over the weekend, and looks like it went well. They take hundreds of photos of him, but shout out to him. He was supposed to be on today, but we'll get him on Thursday, I guess. And it's down to 2, University of Texas, the Baylor Bears. Who do you think he's got?
I hope Texas. I'm a Texas Longhorn fan at heart. So
Well, I mean, Texas looks like the obvious choice, but if Baylor's in there, you got to give it consideration, obviously.
if it comes down to a tiebreaker, wouldn't you choose the school that you got to keep all your shirts, same color, same name, and everything?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Can't be wearing a Texas High shirt to Baylor.
This is true. Very true.
What you got there on your phone?
I don't know.
We're live to the world.
It just stopped working. Middle of everything. What else we got, Cam?
Polls?
Polls?
Polls.
Oh, hey, Clayton Smith. College football's top impact freshman, Clayton Smith, is on the list, a very short list, I might add, 7 players. 2 of them being cornerbacks. Freaking Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. But, man, Clayton, I've been saying it. I think he's going to be a freshman All-American. I believe he'll be newcomer of the year in the Big 12. He'll be on the freshman, all Big 12 freshman team for sure. And I think, it's my opinion, I think he's going to be he'll be a I'm not going to call it all district, but all conference player this year. He's going to get a lot of playing time.
Are you going to go down to Norman?
I'm going to go up to Norman. Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Got a trip planned or not?
Listen, man. Like a lot of these kids, I want to be there first time they start.
Yeah.
And Clayton, we have a great relationship. I plan on being there. I was talking to Trenton Williams the other day, and evidently he's that's where he lives in the off season and works out up there every day. He works out with the football team,
mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Man, Clayton's gonna be a star." So I'm telling you.
Would they let you into that stadium with that telescope you haul around with you?
Yeah, I think OU's a game day. Well, I'm not gonna call them a game day school, but
I was about to say, whoa, breaking news!
Yeah, no,
live from Norman next week.
We do a little bit of work for OU. If we have a player in this area commit, we'll do their commitment videos. Like we work with different colleges.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma is one of them. So yeah, I mean, if we want to go be on the sideline for a game, I don't think that's an issue.
Well, I want to come.
Well, you're going to have to pay me. I'm just joking. Jeff Glad, you know where we're not allowed at? The University of Arkansas.
Oh, I bet.
They ain't reached out yet. They ain't trying. They're
bad.
not getting any commits, from our area, so they don't want to reach out to us. But we'll remember that, we couldn't go get it. We couldn't go be on the field at University of Arkansas, so is what it is. Jeff Gladdy's having his camp, and I can't see the date from here, but it's coming up in July. When? No.
23rd, I think.
Well, there is a date on there somewhere. It's underneath the 13th through the 17th. It's going to be in New Boston. The former Vikings first-round pick. Well, I guess he still is Viking. But shout out to him. Come back, give him back to the kids. Cam, you're making us look. Hey, there we go. So Jalen Hale out of Longview,
mm-hmm.
One of the not one of the top wide receiver in the 2023 class, took a picture with Adrian Peterson and Trenton Williams.
Wow.
There's a lot of GOAT status in that one photo.
Yes,
you got 2 future Hall of Famers and Jalen Hale there. I mean, what they did. They lined up all the players' cars. So there was like Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Lambos, Ferraris
on the field.
And you got to go take pictures in front of all of them and all that, meet the players. Big deal. We're actually having that particular picture frame for Jalen. I just figured you see something like that. Like, how often do you get to take a picture with 2 of the all-time greats?
You don't.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would like to take that get in that picture.
I'd like to drive the Bentley around. What was it? Was it a recruiting visit? Was it?
Yeah. It's an unofficial visit.
Gotcha.
And he was at LSU, then went to A&M, then went to, Oklahoma, A&M, and then to LSU.
He's got his pick of the litter, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he has over 60 Division I offers right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many Division I schools there are, but I'm assuming the other 60 or so just aren't even going to try because they know he's not going there.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, what's Northwestern going to do? You know what I mean?
Well, you never know.
Northwestern, Vanderbilt.
You know where this is weird to me, but Longview has had a history of players going to Mississippi State. It all started with Sean Birdsong. He won a Super Bowl with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
His brother Marvin Birdsong was the defensive MVP of the nation. This is back when it was just like newspapers. So USA Today, he was the defensive MVP of the entire nation. He messes around and goes to Mississippi State. It was really bad for his career, in my opinion. Never got his shot in the NFL. Played in the regional leagues for a long time and in Canada, but he was a baller. But they've had a bunch of people just like out of nowhere go to Mississippi State. I really don't know why.
I don't either. It's not a bad school.
No, it's not. It's just, you would think if you can go to Mississippi State, you can go to Texas. You can go to A&M. You know what I mean? You can go to Oklahoma. It's just a weird place to – it's not a weird place to go. It's just with all the options,
I
why?
get what you're saying. Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to talk myself to a hole if I keep up. Cam, you got anything else on slides?
Let's go ahead and get blacklisted from another school.
A couple of videos. All right, let's see them.
Whoa.
Fire videos. That must mean he made them.
That's right.
We only had 11 last year, and I was at 11. I think about 8 of them started. So this year, we're going to have a lot of seniors on the field.
I have to say, I don't know if you started this mid-video. Cam's real proud of this right here.
I like that.
That looks like a cartoon.
Ooh.
I've been going pretty good. We picking up steam now, getting closer to July. So we kind of got a little downtime here, but July, trying to get picked back up and get us ready to roll at the start of the season. I mean, that experience, you can't beat it by any means. We got some good, hard-working seniors that good playmakers. We got all kinds of roles in that class, and that's going to be huge for us this year. We only had 11 last year, and I was at 11. I think about 8 of them started. So this year, we're going to have a lot of seniors on the field. We got some young cats that are playing pretty good right now, working pretty hard. Like I said, Greg London is coming on pretty good. Little Hadaway, he's stepping up into a big player for us. Like I said, got receivers, we got DBs, Caden Cooper. I mean, we got some young guys that are coming on. JJ's throwing the ball extremely well right now too, so we feel pretty good where we're at. We're leap years ahead of where we were last year at this time. And our kids have bought into what we're doing and throwing the football around, and we're getting better.
Let's go easy on the fire stuff next time. I didn't realize there were so many explosions going on in this video.
Was it a Michael Bay production?
Yeah, basically they were like, you know what? This 8-year-old kid, you like explosions? All right, press the buttons. Every time you want an explosion to happen, press the buttons.
Well,
anyway,
I liked it, Cam.
Yeah, so we were over at Liberty. It wasn't bad. We were over at Liberty Outlow the other day talking to Coach Davis. They were having their workouts. Thought we'd grab some film. And workouts have changed quite a bit from when we were in school. Mm-hmm. Like, I see some of the same stuff we would have done when we were in school, but it just looks like it.
It's like more of a job now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's just say that.
More of a thing.
I don't remember players being so ripped up like they are now either. I mean, I played with Jamario Thomas, who probably doesn't mean anything to anybody now, but once he broke Herschel Walker and Emmitt Smith's single-season rushing record as a freshman at UNT, Duke could ball. And he was never –
He didn't look like that.
He didn't look like your average athlete now. I mean, you look at Reese Elrod over at PG. Reese, if you put them beside each other, I would have – if you told me – gave me stats of – because Jamario had like 8 straight 350-yard rushing games or something in high school, and then everybody's like, well, it's in high school, and then he has like 8 straight 300-yard rushing games in college and breaks those records. If you put Reese Elrod right beside Jamario Thomas at the same age and just give me stats and tell me to pick one, I'm going to assume it was Reese.
Yeah.
Because Jamario did not look like any of these athletes now. I mean, he was athletic He didn't look like them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so your average athlete's changed, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Kind of gets back to what we were talking about with the baseball discussion. They just have.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's because you can't see it on a baseball field. Like, you can tell, like, your average athlete is bigger, faster, stronger in football because you can look out there and, like, but it's hard to tell in baseball. When, like, first time I met Michael Walker, I didn't realize he was so tall. I mean, you see him on TV and you have nothing to judge, you know. Like, I knew, what's the lineman's name for the Cowboys? The Tyron Smith. First time I met him, like, I knew he was a big guy, but I didn't realize he was that big. Like, he was huge. This guy's like 300 and something pounds and has a 32-inch waist. Like, how's that even possible?
It's ridiculous, yeah.
You know, like, his hands were double the size of mine. He isn't the largest individual I've ever met. Trenton Williams still holds that. But, I mean, Tyron Smith is huge. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could hear you. Yeah, so we're not
Get a
even
microphone, Cam.
Yeah, I mean, it really is crazy you don't have a microphone. We'll keep asking for it.
There's one right there. Hand him.
Anyway, how are
the
things
headset.
going in Longview? We got Longview Game Day coming up in, what is today, the 29th, in a little over a month. How's it coming?
It's coming along perfectly. Looks like we're going to be able to bring you live football games, every single game, home and away.
I'm excited about it.
Got a lot of player profiles. We're going to start out with introducing you to the kids, kind of like we do here, just like an up-close and personal type thing. Going to get some highlights in practice, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Speaking of, we're going to be in the house next week. We got to find a day next week, go down there. We got to get a ton of B-roll pictures, get to meet some of the athletes, interview a couple of them, get with Coach King, same thing. And man, we're ready to get. I'm excited about Longview.
Me too.
Like, more than
really
I'm obviously I get excited about football season in general, but it's hard to compare anything to a big Longview High School football game. And for them to start off the year with several polls have things different, but one poll has it reputable poll, number 1 versus number 2 right off the bat.
It'll be the biggest high school football game in the country that week.
Yeah, so and that's one game. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to stream that. I really wish we could bring it to you, kind of give you an idea of what all we can do. But playing it in the Star, being at the Jerry Jones Classic, I think that's what it's called. They may be handling that, but we're going to be there covering it. We'll have our entire staff there. We'll be 15 deep probably.
Yeah, and it's just a different world over there. I was over there for a meeting yesterday, and I heard a noise through a door, so I walked up and opened the door, and it was the Olympic-sized swimming pool. The swim team's practicing.
Yeah.
I've never seen
You were at the
anything like
Aquatic Center, yeah. It's just neat. I'm really excited about it. I think we're going to have a great staff for down there, and like anything, we'll have a bunch of the students included in the production. So
Yes, sir.
really excited about it. So, anywho, got anything, Cam? One last video. Let's roll it.
It's been good. June's kind of the start of summer. July, we feel like it's kind of our most important month. But had a great turnout, boys and girls. All our football players are really working hard this summer. We've got a great group of really young kids coming in as well. So it's been pretty consistent so far on what we're expecting. We got 3 weeks coming back, and 2 days will be here. Each year we're just trying to build, and we're trying to be better than we were the year before. And so that's kind of the thing with the kids, is be better than we were yesterday. And so right now that's kind of what we're preparing for. Coming out of spring, found some problems, found some good things, but with those problems we did find, just trying to improve on those this summer and build into that Longview scrimmage coming in pretty quick. There's always a couple schematic things. I think the base of what we do will stay the same. Some of the things just to fit our personnel. Derek will play a little bit of offense. Some other kids will play a little bit here, just to kind of the same way Clayton did. But we really feel good about what Blake Rogers was able to do this spring, and obviously having Braylon and Brayson back is a huge deal right there. And so we've got some young kids like Brandon Hall play our slot. That's just real explosive, and both our tight ends are back, and so we're really excited to have those guys back, and feel like we'll pick up where we left off. Rankings are awesome. It keeps the energy level high. It keeps the excitement around what we're doing. And kids have worked hard to put us in that position to be in a top 10, top 15 ranked program according to different rankings across the state. So I mean, from where we were 3 years ago to where we are now, we've kind of put ourselves in a position to be in that conversation, and we want to be a part of that conversation. That's important to be in that conversation this time of year. But obviously, we're going to get a lot of answers real fast with Longview. I mean, they're in the top 5 in 5A Division I, and they should be. And so we go into John Tyler, and we're going to find out a lot about ourselves real fast. But we really feel like by week 5, 6, we're really going to be peaking at the right time.
Anyways, man, there was like 100-plus kids there getting better. And Coach Stanford's got a great thing going on there. They're going to come out preseason ranked number 9. I sat down with some people across the state, and we were looking at this ranking. And I ain't going to call them out on their stuff, but Texas High is the top 5 team in the state.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Hands down. You look at, I'm going to just throw a random one out there, Fort Bend Marshall. This is going to be a down year. There's no way about it. Unless the 4 people they have returning are absolute stars, I don't see any way they compete with Texas High, especially right off the bat. These are preseason rankings.
Yeah.
They are there because their name caused them to be there. Texas High goes big another year. They're going to be that school that they're just in there just because.
Yeah.
Just because it's a name on it. But, they're rankings. They don't mean, anything, but it's nice to be recognized. I just feel like they should be a top 5 team.
Me too. And that they'll get there, We'll take many weeks for the pollsters to see that.
Well, I think a lot of it's just where they're located. Being out here kind of where nobody's going to come and watch you play. But hopefully this live stream ban, being lifted will help it.
It should.
All right, guys, that's going to be it. Frank, you got anything?
I don't. That tacky stuff we're talking about for the baseballs, I actually ordered some online. I'm going to use it for my golf grip this summer. Wow. So we'll test it out Tuesday next week.
Cam, you got anything so nobody can hear you talk?